Drivers often falsely perceive rural country back roads as safer due to lighter traffic. However, according to federal highway data, the least traveled are the nation's deadliest roads. More Americans die on rural highways than on urban streets and freeways. People driving on rural roads tend to drive faster. There is also a higher percentage of unbelted drivers. Rural driving can be a mix of freeway-type traffic, including double tractor trailers and tanker trucks, passenger cars and recreational vehicles, all blazing along at freeway speeds on a mountain and canyon roadway that sometimes twists and curves and constricts down to 2 narrow lanes. Rural roads often have no pavement and may be poorly maintained. There are no shoulders for emergency stops and may have deep ditches instead. Trees, mailboxes, and utility poles are often close to the roadway edges. There may be no marked crossings for pedestrians and cyclists. As a result, these individuals often share the road with motorized vehicles, requiring both drivers and non-motorized road users to be vigilant. Rural areas may have limited street lighting, particularly in less populated areas. This poses additional challenges for pedestrians and cyclists during low light conditions. Both road users and drivers should use reflective gear and lighting devices to enhance visibility. Uncontrolled intersections are more common in the country, including railroad crossings. Wildlife, farm animals, and agricultural machinery are more common in rural areas. Drivers should be vigilant for animals crossing roads and slow-moving tractors or other equipment. Access to gas stations, rest areas, and emergency services may be limited in rural areas. Drivers must plan ahead, ensure their vehicles are well maintained, and carry essentials like water and snacks. Cell phone services can be spotty or none at all. There is not much space between you and the oncoming vehicle on narrow roads, and there may be no lane markings. Driving with headlights on during the daytime is also a good idea. Oncoming vehicles can see you much further ahead. Vehicles can become obscured by shadows thrown by trees and rock faces. A blind curve is an area of minimal sight distance ahead. Mountain roads can have many of these sharp curves that could prevent seeing approaching traffic. Rural and desert roads may follow the landscape's topography, resulting in many dips and rises that create blind spots in the road ahead. When approaching a blind curve, a dip or rise, slow down and keep to the right. Watch for dust indicating oncoming traffic and sound your horn to warn approaching vehicles if lack of visibility warrants. Driving in rural areas requires a different mindset than urban driving. While it offers scenic beauty and a more relaxed atmosphere, drivers must be prepared for challenges such as limited infrastructure, wildlife encounters, and unpredictable weather conditions. Adaptability, patience, and a proactive approach to safety are key elements for a positive rural driving experience.